Hello, everyone. This is La Madame coming to you with another 10-minute quick read. I hope everyone's doing well. And I must say, Happy Easter to those of you that are believers. Happy Resurrection Day. So, again, this is La Madame. If I didn't say it, a lot of persons, they butch my name. So if you hear me say it a lot, it's because I'm trying to get everyone on one accord. Forgive me in advance. But yeah, let's get to it, guys. So this will be a quick little read. I'm going to use a different deck and stuff. And so we'll just go from there. I'm going to use the Romantic Love Oracle cards. Now, I must say that this reading may or may not be about love. It could be just good information and advice towards you, your person or collective. So take this reading as you will. This is Ramadan. And one last. All right, let's go, guys. Look at the cards, and we'll start. First card, patience. Manifestations are on the way. Acceptance. Accept past and current situations. Work through issues gracefully. Acceptance. Spread your wings. Confidence that leads to freedom and growth. A new opportunity. Insights gained from a new experience, job, or partner. A new opportunity. And we'll get one more since it's a 10. And apology. Sorry. Forgiveness through mutual understandings. So the energy that I'm picking up, so forth, it looks like someone, I see sincerity. I feel a certain energy, a person, um, you know, may have, um, may be sincere when they say that, when I say apology here, a lot of persons cannot say that they are sorry or they cannot take accountability. There are people out there that really struggle with that day to day from experience. Um, you know, I've experienced um, that to be a fact. Yeah. And then it says patience, acceptance, spread your wings, a new opportunity, and an apology. Someone sounds very sincere. Um, I think it's a person or energy may just want to move forward, like honestly, with all honesty. May be tired of, the riffraff and things of that and looking for more, chill, just more chill moments. This person or partner or, collective may feel like, let's just get over this and see, how things go. They may just be in the mood or in spirit or, they're in their feels and they're like, you know what, I'm tired of going through this, and it's not for me. So I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go ahead and test my luck and see where it takes me. So I kind of feel that way looking at these cards. Um, yeah, I kind of feel that way. Acceptance, accept past and current situations. Work through issues gracefully. So they're breaking this down, this whole acceptance thing. Okay. And I feel like they're really putting the emphasis, the energy I feel is there's an emphasis on acceptance, which you will accept and, what you'll allow and what you won't. Um, these are things that happen in our past that, we just push down a lot of times as humans and, persons that have been hurt or just, their boundaries may be up and stuff like that. Persons are very sensitive about that. You know, they don't want anyone to take advantage. So they're very choosy when it comes to acceptance. Um, and so we struggle with that. But I do feel like that it's really big of a person to just accept because you can't accept truth if you don't accept. So they kind of go hand in hand. You can't accept the truth. If you can't accept and you have no acceptance, that means that you're not willing to work things out or move forward. So that shows a certain strength within itself, and it says this is, for past and current situations. That goes for, the things that you just moved on from, learn from them and move forward. So yeah. So spread your wings, a new opportunity. I most definitely feel like there's new opportunities in the air at this time. I feel like the beginning of the year, most persons get jobs or find jobs. I feel like it's a perfect time, the beginning of the year, where everything's so crisp and new, and and the world just restarted. Even though we're 4 months in the year, of 2026, things are moving, life is moving, and so I really do feel like some new opportunities are lurking. Especially the persons that do the work that really are, just really try to be good citizens, really try to be stand up, really try to be resourceful, but at the same time, righteous. Persons that are trying to be righteous. I feel that I do really feel like an opportunity could come your way, and small packages, big packages. Um, sometimes just being around certain people, can trigger something in us, or, it can kind of put our foot in the door. We can look at things that in a way that we've never looked at them before. So you got to take an opportunity the way you receive them. You know, um, Anything that you learn that you didn't know before, but you learned is growth. And so that's positivity that we should be proud of. And then, of course, apology, sorry. That's what it says. Okay, all right. Goodness. Yeah, I'm sorry too. You know, I'm sorry too. So it's just like, so this is sorry forgiveness through mutual understandings. So just call it that. If you can't call it nothing else. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's what I'm getting from um, this little hint, or this little half apology from a person or someone, someone that offended someone, of course. If you say sorry, that means that that person, is just really out of line, And so it's big of a person to say, you know what, I was in this energy. What I'm saying? Forgive me, that ain't really who I am. Don't get me, and just try to clarify that. There's nothing wrong with a little reassurance and to clarify things. Persons feel like the more questions that you ask them, that a person is really just trying to force something on you, or they're trying to get something more out of you. But that's not always the case, guys. So you've heard it from La Madame. I'm coming to you with a little under 10-minute read. There's some new things that I want to start doing, and I will in the future. So stick with me, stick with me, and we'll see. We'll grow, and things of that nature. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their evening. This is La Madame. I'm a little under the weather with allergies, so I'm just staying in. So don't worry about me. God bless. Peace.